Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are watching from. I am staying up late with you. So I'm in the UK, and I am staying up late with you for this game, for this preseason. This will be actually my first preseason game to watch this year under Julien Lopetegui, but it's a match day live of the new season. It's not the new Premier League season, it's the preseason game. West Ham obviously are in United States. It was delayed, the game, of course, half an hour delayed due to this. Look at that bad boy. But if anyone has ever been to Florida before, they will know that they are prone, absolutely prone to flash flooding like this. So that was something, especially at the time of the year that we're playing this preseason friendly game as well. But as you can see from the team news along there, you can see the starting lineup. So before I do that, I'm going to come into the chat and say hello to everyone. Say hello to everyone. And there's a load of comments already. My wife thinks I'm mental for staying up, but do you know what? It's the things we do for the club we love, isn't it? Without Lingard, I'm worried. Just good to see you, as usual suspect. I hope you are well. I've got my West Ham coffee mug to keep me going. Percolated coffee machine, cafetiere, coffee in, push it down, let it settle. A little bit of milk keeps me going. This is not going to stream the actual game. Fairly starting lineup with no Areola. We'll come on to that in a second. No, it's not. Given our luck, I'm concerned about injuries in the waterlogged pitch. Martin says, I doubt the match can be streamed. No, it can't. And watch it and do the commentary. Absolutely. Good to see you, Martin, as well. For those in the States games on, there you go. There you go. There you go, Lawrence. Good to see you. All you beautiful people. Good to see you too, Howard. Where are we? Where are we? Come on, you irons. Come on, you irons. Good to see you, Toby, my friend. Really pleased to see all the Scarls there as well. Absolutely. We'll come on to the game and the team news in a second. It has been delayed due to the weather. For anyone that doesn't know, there was a waterlogged pitch. I'm just waiting to make sure that this is definitely coming up. Hopefully it is. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Just making sure we have got the right situation coming on, but that's fine. We'll wait till it. Reese is in the house. Oh my word. Oh my word. Rice Baby is in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. It's been a while, hasn't it? God, it's like the old days. It is like the old days. Where are we? I'll keep an eye out then. Mark, what you saying, bro? Good to see you. Where are we? Where are we? Kickoff is late. It is. Just making sure to see what's going on here on my screen. All good here, man. Start live. I hope I don't know what game I've got coming on here. Can't blame me. Blame Anton, Russ, whoever is doing it. I am here, Reese. He'll be live shortly. Russ has just sorted his hair out. Yes, he is. As am I. The man buns in. Let me jump into the comments when people are on. Toby, you've been a member for 28 months. My days. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Is this what I think it is? Is this the video from the old days? This channel was overpowered during lockdown. The wild days, mate. The wild days. The wild days. Yeah, it's good for the regulars to chat and listen to Russ or Anton if you like our opinion as well. We can't stream it here. You're right. I won't pay for preseason either. Why pay when you can watch for free? Fairly strong team. We haven't even got to that yet. Anton's in the house. Good to see you, Reese, my friend. Look at the fucking tan on him. Do you know, I went to the shop earlier on and I met someone across the road. She was like to me, "The tan you've got." Do you know why? I fell asleep on the sun lounger today. Why are they showing? What is that? Is that an old game? The Real Frame, good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. Yeah, they're showing a game. What is going on? They're showing Almeria versus Sevilla. Why are they showing that? What is going on? Anyway, we'll come on to that in a second. Because we're in Scotland, absolutely, definitely been on holiday. I've not. The sun hasn't been in Scotland since the late 1990s. Mate, it's been sun shining all day. Gas K, does anyone know which channel the game was on the fire still? I can't say that too loud. No, new game peeps. Does Anton have a tan or iron brew, boys? It's Big Ant. Oh, have I spelt it wrong? Yeah, I've spelt it wrong, haven't I? Let me have a look here. I'll come on to that in a second. Just join Anton. What's going on with the game being delayed? Terrible weather, mate. Just for anyone that doesn't know, the game has been delayed. And I'm going to have to be reasonably quiet to a certain extent as well during this game. But the game has been delayed because of that. But it is back on, so don't you worry. It's just been delayed. It's a little wet in Jacksonville. NFL Stadium had state-of-the-art drainage under the field pitch. No 38th game for me. Good morning. Nutcases say we've gone back for Yota Silva again, round and round and round the Marbury Bush. I just got to be careful what we say in terms of our links. I know Russ has been proactive. Again, just to stipulate, when we do these videos, we're not saying that these players are definitely coming. So, Anton Foshizi, mate. Foshizi. Please be a regular back on the channel, mate. Missed you. I talk about you regularly, actually. Please be a regular back on. Please come back on in the new season. Morning, Anton. Have to expect the weather at this time of year, so why the hell go there now? Why not go to where the bad weather is? It's not so predictable. I know, mate. I know. Hi, anyone. Brother Foe, it's not being streamed here. Brother Toby, that's where I'm watching for free. Foe. See how everyone gets excited, mate. I'll be bugging the original Three Legends in the chat at the same time. There you go. But payments failing because of my bad service. We need Happy Hammerette. God, everyone's talking here. No, the match yet. Let's have a look here. Let's see. Weather doesn't look too bad. Will should be used to it. And I think the rain Duckworth Lewis will supply. I was up early today, lads and ladies. Time for me to retire and slumber. Hope I wake up to glorious review of all our goals. Mate, I kind of wish I was joining you, but hey ho, it is what it is. Let me get straight into the team news. Something I've not done yet. So let me bring up the West Ham team starting lineup for you. So it's Fabianski is in goal. Soufal makes up the fullback position. In the West Ham team, Agerd and Mavropanos have a pairing. Remember, this is pre-season. It is pretty strong in my opinion, but it is pre-season, so be very, very mindful of the starting lineup. So Mavropanos and Agerd make up the two centre backs. Creswell captains the side at left back. Souček, he makes his long-awaited return to West Ham, first appearance in pre-season for West Ham after joining the club back from his Euro 2024 adventures. Ward-Prowse and Freddie Potts gets a great opportunity as well today. Kudus, Ings and Corney make up the forward three. Our substitutes are Fotheringham, Herrick, Young Lad, Zuma, Antonio, Guilherme, Kilman, Irving. There is only one Andy Irving. Emerson, Earthy, Casey, Marshall, Kelly, Kudu, Scarles and Orford. Remember, Orford subject to potentially a bid coming in from Aston Villa. That we did not back a bid for Orford, but that was rebuffed, and then suddenly we decided to add him into the deal, apparently, to bring Duran in. That was declined, and now West Ham seem to feel like they've made a mistake and want to keep Orford at the club. Who knows what's the truth? Who knows what is the truth? Let me talk to you about the Wolverhampton Wanderers starting 11 for today. Remember, this is a Premier League game, but not official Premier League game getting played in American pre-season. A lot of people complaining about this is the start of what maybe could be things to come about playing games in different countries. So I don't know what they're going to do. But Bentley, Doherty, Mosquero, Totti, Ait Nouri, Sarabia, Kundal, Lamina, who is now Wolves' new captain for the new season since Kilman left the club. Chiquino, Cunha, whom I do rate. I rate highly for Wolverhampton Wanderers. I really do. And then Strand Larson makes up their team. King, Bueno, Huang, Dawson, Bueno, Gomez, Doyle, Bellegarde, Chirwa, Guedes, Hoover, Lima, Rawlings, and Fraser make up the rest of their team. Let me jump into the comments. If you are watching, give me your match predictions as well. Put your predictions in the chat and we'll get cracking through them as well. Love you, Anton, you bronze, beautiful beast of a man. Thank you very much, mate. Good to see you, and it's been an absolute pleasure even talking to you for 2 minutes, mate. Toby, Nick Toby, drop me a text, bro. Have a good night, brother Toby. Been delayed until further notice due to lightning. Anton, please tell me you're joking, mate. I can't. If it has, I genuinely, let me just have a look. If it has, then I might lose the plot. I might genuinely lose the plot. Oh, I don't know if I can actually literally. Please tell me you're joking, mate. Please tell me you're joking. I don't think it has. Has it? On the West Ham website. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No, I've got 4 minutes to kick off, mate. No, I've got 4 minutes to kick off. What have you got? Oh God, there is potentially another delay coming. Oh no. We might not be watching the game because there is another update coming in. Let me just check. Oh my God. Contact the club, but they're awful in getting back to you. I just think, folks, I wake up some matches as early as here we go. The next update regarding ongoing weather issues from the match organisers will come at 7:30 p.m. That's American time, so that's midnight. So we'll find out in a couple of minutes. Yeah, I get it, James. I get it, absolutely. 9-0 from Reese. Cyber Leader says, Irons. Good to see you, my friend. Good morning, all. Nope, 2-2. Reckon 3-2 to West Ham. Ings brace and Corny screamer. I know you're not, Matt. I know you're not, Matt. I know you're not. Listen, what do you all think of Danny Ings? It's a funny one, and I suppose during the game, if I am going to bed any point tonight, we can sit and discuss some of the players and the potential for them to stay at West Ham, because there's a couple of players here that I want to talk. I'll definitely want to talk about and see potentially still have a future at West Ham. Not joking, on the West Ham website, play Thomas the Tank Engine song to keep you awake. Matt Foster says under match centre and commentary. Good evening. The Jacks Police tweeted that it might be delayed. Welcome to the summer in sunny Florida. Madness, mate, isn't it? Madness. This is not played on the YouTube. No, it's not. No, David, it's in America. It can't be streamed. Anton woke up. So what is the status of the match? Well, as things stands, we'll find out in about 3 minutes time, mate, what is going to be the next update. So the game is due to kick off in 3 minutes. It's already had a 30-minute delay, but it looks like there's a big storm brewing. Let me just see. I seen a picture on Twitter earlier on, and who's it? James, is it you? Do you live in Florida? Let's see here. Do you live in Florida, James? Because if you do, or if you're anywhere close, tell me if this weather report, severe including lightning, this statement is once again being placed to code blue lockdown. We evacuated the boat area. So I mean, fans are being escorted out of the stadium into safe areas as well. Now, right, this is what I have seen online. Now, someone can tell me how true this is, then you can let me know. Let's see if I get this. No, it's not there. It's not the one I want. Where's downloads? It's there. Oh my God. Where's that gone? Sorry, 2 seconds. I'll show you what I'm trying to. Where the fuck is that gone? There's it. This is what I have received for the predictions of the weather in Florida. So you can let me know here. They're saying, I mean, literally, there's an 80% chance as of now, 70% chance, 9, 10 o'clock. I mean, are they even going to get the game played? Will they get the game played? please let me know in the chat. But we might be not having a game of football this evening. We're just waiting for the next update coming across. I hope Ings gets a chance to have his career, and Lopetegui wants him out and wouldn't be in the squad, I'm guessing. It's Lingard playing. I think Ings is overrated. He's been solid with his chances. Moyes out. What channel is it on? What's your opinions on Duran and so on? Any other strikers you prefer as an alternative? Right, so I'm going to say it as it is. We've seen snippets of him in the Premier League, and I thought, yeah, good player. I never thought West Ham would be linked to him. Of course not, because I'd never thought he set the world alight as such. However, I've seen, from the Premier League games, he's scored a ton of, well, not a ton, but a lot of good goals, really, really good goals. He's got pace. He's got everything I think that makes up maybe has the potential to be a good striker. But where I've really formed my opinion on him is in international football. I've got my best friend is Colombian, and the whole family's Colombian, and I've taken a keen interest in Colombia because of that. And I mean, so much so that I traveled to London to watch them play Ireland. And my mum's Irish, and I watched Colombia play Ireland at Craven Cottage and stood in the Colombian end with my friend. So Colombia have just come off of a 25-6-7, something like that, unbeaten run until they got beat by Argentina in the Copa America. So they are a baller of a team, and the Colombians rate John Duran highly. And I think what's quite telling here, genuinely what's quite telling on John Duran, is the fact that Aston Villa are not just going to bend over backwards and just sell him. Plus, if they are, they're going to add in a high sell-on value. That's apparently part of the deal. The reason why then people will turn around and go, well, why would you sell him is, well, they've got Champions League football, and they want to bring in sometimes borderline ready-made players if they can, but they need to sell because of PSR to buy. They need to sell to buy. He's one of their biggest assets. So it makes sense. There's a big storm in Jacksonville moving south with lightning and wind. I can't see this game going ahead. Can you? Can you? I mean, is this a bit of a disaster for West Ham in terms of preparation, traveling all the way out to the States, not getting any game time at all? 11 texts, my little brother lives in Orlando. He's supposed to be at the match. Well, it was supposed to be now 2 minutes ago, but we're just waiting on the next update coming in. I'm just trying to do it now. Good usual, been avoiding YouTube for the summer, so looking forward to the new season with fresh optimism. Surreal. Yeah, same as me. Same as me. Delayed till 1 a.m. because of lightning. I read. I don't think I'll be going to bed if I had to stay up. Let's have a look here and see. I can't see it being delayed till 1 o'clock, to be honest, because the weather report looks genuinely awful. Oh, it's 1:30 in Spain, and I am just looking at the weather radar in that area, and it says thunderstorm and rain to last for the next 58 minutes. So the game has not started. No, it's not. The game has not started. I really miss the match on Tuesday. I know we do, but I wonder if that's does have an impact on it. Right, let's see if there's an update. Said they were going to give us an update, so let's see if they've updated it. They haven't yet. Come on. Give us an update, West Ham. The next update wishes. Just waiting on the next one. Good evening, West Ham and Wolves fans. The stadium is once again plagued with severe weather, to include lightning. The stadium is once again being placed in cold blue lockdown, and we are evacuating the bowl area to place fans in a safe environment. That's the latest update from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if we're going to get an update. So I know I've seen the Celtic score beating Chelsea 4-1. I don't get carried away. I really don't in terms of pre-season, though. I genuinely don't. It's something that, whether West Ham have had a best one or an awful one. Again, I think history shows that when West Ham have a crap pre-season, we actually have a good season. And when we have a good pre-season, we have a borderline crappy pre-season. The game has not kicked off yet. We're just waiting for an update because of the bad weather. Do you know what, Fo? I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not, and I'll tell you why. I carefully had to think about all the situation that's been going on at West Ham, and the concession thing has really, really riled me up the wrong way. And I have decided to boycott it. And I think it's up to fans what they want to do, but yeah, I think people know my opinion on West Ham owners, and I just don't understand what they've done with the concessions. And just for people that don't know, I mean, it actually directly would affect my family. And in order for me to take Freddie to a West Ham game now, and the kids to a West Ham game, has gone monumentally make me out of pocket dramatically. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace what they've done. And I've lost touch. I've kind of backed off the last couple of weeks, taking a break from the channel, and just to get a bit of a breather, because the West Ham thing's really grinded me down and really frustrated me. So no, I'm not. But I take it you are. Fo. And listen, Fo, please, it's been a while. I'd like to catch up with you again when I'm down for the next season as well. I'm dicking in to check the Wrexham match. I'll jump back in here with a weather update in a few minutes. Whereas Hammerette, Anton is a legend to wake up on a friendly. Agree, friendly could not judge our future for the next season. Drainhole Hammer says, Iron sitting in my bar, dog snoring, everybody else has gone home running out of Stella waiting. Anton, I know, mate, I know. There is no update. I think the club tried to speak out and say that they're going to do the best, and they offered some changes, but the changes weren't good enough, in my opinion. And then they released a statement talking about getting extra tickets for the Man City game, and the minimum price was ridiculous. Cheaper to take Freddie to WrestleMania when it's in London, Anton. Mate, do you know what? If it gets announced, or when it gets announced for London, I am telling you now, they better not put it at the prices they did when it was in Glasgow. They better not do what they did when they did in Glasgow, but apparently there's a difference between an arena tour and a stadium tour. That's the difference. When it's in an arena, they get the opportunity to bump up the prices if they want, compared to a stadium tour. So the stadium means you can probably get cheaper tickets. But apparently it's going to be a full wrestling weekend in London as well. So the whole weekend probably costs a fortune. Rose fan here's good luck. Hoping the game goes ahead. We'll have to wait and see what's the issue with concessions. So initially what happened was, if you were a new fan who had a concession for West Ham, or sorry, if you're a new fan and you were over the age of 66 or 65 and you wanted a season ticket for West Ham, there was no concession prices from band 1 through 4, which meant that you had to go all the way to the back of the stadium. And usually what you find with a concession ticket is it's people who genuinely, not all people, but some people can't get up to the back of the stadium. I use the example of my father. He can't simply get to the back of the stadium. So let me just see if there's an update. And so basically, it sounds like what they're trying to do is just get people like, oh, the update is ambiguous. The stadium PA announcer has been given his update, and it's ambiguous one, telling us that all the weather continues to be a factor, and that the organisers are hopeful of getting the match on in a little bit. Judging by the skies around the stadium, I'm not going to make any suggestion as to when we might see any football played here in Jacksonville this evening. But there's no, I mean, that's the update. That can't be the update. That's ridiculous that the stadium are giving that update. I'll stay on a bit longer and talk to you. I agree with you, Anton, regarding the concessions. Unfortunately, I bought the tickets before the situation arose. I'm quite torn now, to be honest. How's my favourite Baker Freddie? WrestleMania will cost 2K approx. Jesus. Freddie's amazing, mate. Yeah, he's 8. He loves West Ham to bits. He loves wrestling to bits now. He's just like a mini me. And he's been running around all day. The weather's been lovely here on his West Ham strip. And yeah, he's so funny. He's playing loads of he's actually given up playing football, and he does tennis. He was doing tennis and football coinciding with each other. Sorry, and this is a catch-up show. He was doing football and tennis coinciding with each other, and he was doing really well in both of them, if I'm being really honest with him. And he won a couple of tournaments in football, but he won a thing at tennis, and I think it was the solo element that he fell in love with, and then suddenly, bang, they became suddenly then it became a kind of, it's about me kind of thing. So he loves that. So yeah, I'll bring him down to one of the games, mate. And Fo, just, are you still going to games? And I'm assuming you are. I just haven't seen you much on the channel last year, and I do miss you, mate, when you don't comment as well. So please do. Where are we? Next will be sending disabled to the raft. Honestly, it's ridiculous. I need a link, Hammers. Someone please, can someone please sort out Lawrence? Now, let's see if there's another update at all. I'll link up with you, Reese. I've got my season ticket for this year. And obviously I'm not going to be going to every single game. So just hook up and I'll contact you, mate, or you contact me. Right, so for anyone that doesn't know, the last update, let me see if I can just pull this page up just for people to show, just to show you. No, it's not that one. It is this one. I'm going to bring it up. It just makes it easier. Why can't I show you? Let's see if I... Why can't that come up? Take that off, maybe. There you go. Take that off. And I will put... No, I won't do it that way. That's the latest update for anyone that's watching. The update is ambiguous. The stadium PR announcer has given us his update, and it's an ambiguous one, telling us all when the weather continues to be a factor, and the organisers are hopeful of getting a match on in a little bit. Judging by the skies around the Everbank Stadium, I'm not going to make any suggestion as to when they might see any football played here in Jacksonville this evening. So I'm going to have to make a decision very, very shortly on what to do. Can somebody help me make a decision? Do we sack it off? He's all right, mate. He's not been keeping that great, but yeah, he's all right. He's all right. Make a decision what to do, please. I know I'm trying to decide what to do. Just let me just quickly check all around the sources. I'm just refreshing the pages. Such a crap update, isn't it? I feel like they're desperate to keep fans desperate trying to get this game on, and I understand why they are. But I think they need to be realistic. I can't see the stadium. They're not showing me the stadium anywhere. Any hints and links? Is the game still on? Currently, the game is still on. We're just waiting for any update we can get. Let me see. Still nothing, no. Still no further updates. I'm going to bring this up for you so you can see it. Share. I'll take this off and I'll put this. There you go. There you go. I'll just keep it like that. I'll have a chin on. Maybe we can make it. Can we make it bigger? Is that all right? Yeah. Should we do that? Then you can see the updates when I see them. I'll put this here. Game West Ham v Wolves currently delayed due to bad weather. Let's have a look here. There you go. Currently delayed due to bad weather. We'll see if we get an update from them. Let's all go to bed. It's just headache to wait for a friendly. I know. I had fully committed to it, though. I was totally in the zone. I genuinely was in the zone to come and have a chin wag with you all. The first half would be finished. Yeah, can't post links in here. No, you can't. Really can't get through the website. Bimbo understood, and I do not. Oh, what's this? Sorry. What's the latest update of kickoff time? Oh, hold on. The Sheriff Office has spoken to. We've also heard from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office confirming the code blue and the current status of Everbank Stadium. We've been told we're getting another update in 10 minutes' time, and I'm not hopeful considering how heavy the rain has got again. So I will make a decision. I'm going to make a decision. And the decision is I'll wait for 10 more minutes. If we don't get an update, I will leave you all for the evening and I'll let you go and enjoy it. But we'll stay around just for 10 more minutes because what is 10 more minutes going to do? Guys, please all don't stop bickering. It's just all fun and games. And then we can have a little chinwag in a minute. If this game doesn't go ahead, that played 4 point. I know. Watch West Ham. Don't give you a refund. Trust me in that one. I know for a fact they won't. I know for a fact they will not. Watch them. Take your money and they'll run. That's what they'll do. Take your money and they'll run. Right, let's see what the Jacksonville. Let's see what the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office are saying. That's still no update for now online, but that's the one from West Ham. So you can see that there. Mandy. Is Mandy in the house? Where's Mandy? Where did I see Mandy? Did Mandy come in? Where's Mandy? Mandy! Good to see you. It's all Mandy's fault. Show the first half hands on. It's a great first half. If you're just joining me, what a first half by West Ham. Danny Ings hat-trick. Max Corney scored a double hat-trick. Freddie Potts is dominating in the middle of the park. Big Max Kilman, isolated thunderstorms. Well, as a Wolves fan, I was looking forward to seeing this. I think everyone was, mate. I was actually quite getting good in for it, you know. West Ham will give site credit to using the club store. There you go, mate. That's what they do. It's a cold blue weather warning. Let's see what else is going to say. Good, don't go to bed. Dan says, you know for sure, but we still sit by and love the club, even though with the clowns at the helm. So frustrating. It is honestly, it's the most frustrating thing. And as Fashizi was saying, like I see people were calling for a boycott of the shop, boycott of going to the games. The issue with the shop is I kind of technically boycotted the shop anyway. So I've got 3 kids. I want all my kids to wear West Ham stuff. But if I go to the West Ham shop and I buy my 3 kids a West Ham strip, the home one, and my 3 kids the West Ham away strip, right? All 3 of them. What do you think that costs me? That's 6 strips, right? What do you think that costs me? So there's 2 that wear the £115 full strip, and there's one of them that will wear the one that's like 70 quid. Like it's nearly £600. It actually is 600. It's over £600 for 6 strips for 3 kids. Yeah, but I says that I know I get that, but I think the issue is that most kids usually get the full strip, don't they? And actually, I don't even know if you can you buy the kids top itself? Can you? Let me have a look here. Can you? Let's have a look. Let's see what. First, let me check, see if there's an update. There's no more update, but they said there will be an update in about 5 minutes. I stayed up. Don't blame me, mate. The Twitter one has, but the website, I've got the website up here for everyone. Shall I make it bigger? There you go. There you go. That'll help you. That's better. I'll go to the shop now. What's this here? A junior away top is 60 quid. Anyone else been able to purchase the stream? I haven't bought shirts from the club for years. I know they weren't from the shop. 25 kids full kit fit. I know. It's mad. I've got the update there for everyone to see. I might just go back to watch. Love a bit of EastEnders, mate, don't you? EastEnders, mate. EastEnders. So, what do you want to talk about? Wrestling? London? I'm only joking. I know, mate. I know, Phil. I know. Thanks for the update, lad. No worries, mate. No worries at all. What's your thoughts, everyone in the chat, on the current transfer window from West Ham? Put your chat and we'll have a chin wag. Why not? Let's have a chin wag. We have nada to lose by sitting here and just having a little good old chin wag. What is your thoughts so far on the transfer window? Are you are you worried yet? You've seen West Ham line up. We've got players coming back, due back as well. On top of that, there's a big emphasis on a lot of young players. If I look at the West Ham bench just now, Herrick, Earthy, Casey, Marshall, Kelly, Kadu, Scarles, and Orford. That's 8 young players, right? From 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From 15 players. 8 from 15. Tim Stein, go get Robbery from Ajax. Shoot fella down there playing the game with the irons, but they can go and do one, in my opinion. Looking at tonight's lineup, I am worried. Have you seen the bench though, Mandy? Let's all watch Thomas the Tank Engine. Rumor has it the game's been delayed because David Sullivan nearly drowned. Oh god. Disappointed we didn't put a bid in for Harry Kane. Anton, when you come to Lexington, Kentucky for WWE match, can stay at my home. That's a lovely offer, mate. It's a lovely offer. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. We're actually looking at doing a holiday right now. We're going to see if we can do a bit of a last-minute trip away with the kids. If we don't do something this year, we're looking at next year. The biggest issue, it's not an issue, it's not a bad thing. But my Freddie loves Japan, and I've been to Japan, and he really wants us all to go to Japan. So we are seriously considering that for our big holiday. I'd love to go to the States. I'd love to just jump on a plane and go to the States, but my wife might kick him up my arse. How about this up and down, up and coming manager from Scotland, Danny or Davy Moyes or something like that? Apparently he really favours attacking football and uses youth a lot. West Ham United started well. The transfers are going down the drain. We'll probably blame Tim and sack him. Yeah, do you know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to go and see Premier League transfers so far. Let's have a look, right? God. Let's have a look and see. All deals. Where's the in? Arsenal signed 2 players. 3. They signed 3. Of which Rhea was just made permanent. Aston Villa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players they've signed already. Bournemouth have signed 3, 4, 5. Brentford have signed 2. Brighton have signed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chelsea have signed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crystal Palace have signed 1, 2, 3. Everton have signed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fulham have signed 1. Ipswich have signed 5. Leicester have signed 4. Liverpool have signed nobody. Manchester City have signed 1. Manchester United have signed 2. Newcastle have signed 1, 2, 3, 5. Nottingham Forest have signed 6. Southampton have signed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spurs have signed 3. West Ham have signed 3. Wolves have signed 5. There you go. 5. So there's no one really massive out there apart from some of the newer clubs. Rishi working on Amazon today. Everybody moaned about the youngsters when it used last year. Nah, I don't work for them anymore, mate. Should be going back soon. No, waiting on the shift. We left it late last season. Next time I am working is then. Transfer window is far from over, but so far 1 future and 1 for now. Goalie has been okay, and Irvin could be a legend. Could you imagine it? He is, mate. I want to go to Japan. I want to watch Fukushima FC play. Mate, my boy is just absolutely obsessed, man. He is obsessed with Japan, and I love it. It's a beautiful place, beautiful country. I'd love to take the kids. We're going to wait for the youngest to be a bit older to go and enjoy it. We need their striker since still retired. I said, watching this, the missus went to bed. Think I might go upstairs and try my. Oh, surreal. Nah, come on. We had a big Andy Carroll. Underwhelmed from Foshizi. Overall, I was initially excited with the Lewis Guilherme and Koeman signings, but lack of activity since just smells of pre-Steid and West Ham. And this is what gets me is, like, why are we not doing the business we need to do? I don't know what's taking it so long. I feel like football has become a victim of itself because of clubs demanding bang for their buck, which I don't blame, but no one's going to pay bang for the buck, and people are just going to be stuck with the same players. You're just going to have to rely heavily on going and signing some of the best talent from around the world in other countries. Number one on my bucket list. Honestly, mate, it's a beautiful place. I went out there for just over 2 weeks and fell in love with the country. And I know as soon as the family go out there, they'll be the same. I know they will. When is it kicking off? No update as we speak. Let me just check. Let me just check for you. 2 seconds. They said they would give us an update in 10 minutes. I think that may have been 10 minutes. Let me see if there's another update from the Jackson. No, it's not. So we're still waiting on an update. It said 10 minutes time at 7:38. So it's over that now. So this should be updating shortly. How much for the score, guys? Waiting on an update. For those over there, Mackenzie, you should go on the Bullet Train. Have you seen that film? It's 8. I've been on the Bullet Train, though, but have you seen the film Bullet Train? Oh, yeah, I went on the Bullet Train. Do you know the Bullet Trains in Japan can't go at full speed? They can still go fast. Oh, what happened? It got delayed. It did. Delayed due to bad weather. Should be another update anytime now. At this rate, we'll sign a few players before the kickoff. Thanks for the update. Other clubs overcharging, expecting us to pay ridiculous prices. This time next week, Palace will be kicking off. The pitch is a swimming pool. Injuries incoming. Yep. I'm just waiting on an update, everyone. PSR is killing football. If players' values go through the roof, so teams have to look outside the box to get players cheap or can only buy 1 or 2 players. It's so true. It is so true. And you know what? I don't mind having to go and buy players from around the world. Honestly, I've done a video on this like last year or last season where I was talking about the Brighton model. And the Brighton model is when you look at all of their players that they've brought in over the last couple of seasons. Let's just say, for talking sake, and I'm exaggerating the number, let's say they bring in 20 players, right? That's what they did. They brought in around about that number. I can't remember exact numbers, but they take lots of small risks with the aim of finding the diamond in the rough. And a lot of clubs don't like that, but they have a very, very good model. And if you look at players that they've brought in and sold on, what's his chops from Brighton to Chelsea, I think they brought him in. I don't know what they brought him in for, a couple of $100,000 and sold him for 115 million or something like that. Absolutely ridiculous money. Absolutely ridiculous money. Just seen an update. The water standing. It's mad. It is mad. Let's have a look here. See if I can see something. Let's see. I'm just trying to see. See if I'm trying to get an update. Absolute downpour. 14 minutes ago. It's the last picture. This is coming from Twitter from a gentleman called, let me see, USA WHU2. Let's have a look here. This is the latest picture that's just come through. Let me put this up for you. Come on, download. Absolutely pouring down. Can't see the pitch from that angle. Let me have a look here. Let me see if there's more. Nothing yet. Let's see if we can take that picture off and leave that update for you. Someone scored. Yes. Whoa! Woo! 5-0. Watching Madagascar on Netflix, so bored everyone's asleep. Expect me. I wonder if the West Ham TV will give us a refund. Good luck with that one, mate. Watching it in the sauna with Coley and Scotty running out of food and beer. Sad times. Mr. Avram Grant, my man. Where have you been? Our hero, our savior. Our hero, our savior. Nick, madness inside 54 seconds ago. Nick, you're getting we obviously follow you, Nick, so there you go. Typical, find the link, and it's delayed. Match prediction 0-0. Is this a West Ham channel or the weather channel? Good to see you still. It's a weather channel, mate. There won't be a game tonight. I'm off to bed. I know I'm going to join you. I'm just waiting for the next update, and then I'm going to go. I'm going to go. If there's nothing there. but the updates are, do you think it will go ahead? Well, we are now an hour, so it's 8 o'clock in the States where the game is getting played currently. I can't imagine them letting it go on any longer. Too late for people to get in and out of the stadium. This is a weather report. I mean, that doesn't look good. And that's the Florida weather report. So it's not looking that great. Has the game started? No, it's not. West Ham nil. Well, Mikey, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. It's been a while. Come on. Let me go and do another quick update for you. Let's see. Still nothing. Still nada. Florida is lovely. It is lovely, but it's prone to big storms. Always has done, especially at this time of year. God, the updates are so slow. The same should get on it. Let's have a look. Still nothing. Do you know what? Nothing from them. That's 1 o'clock. There's no way. I mean, if they're going to kick off, it's going to be half an hour. Unfortunately, everyone. Let me just see if there's another update. I was going to wait to the other update, but no one's come on. Put a film on. PSL family known as FFP is designed to keep the status quo top 6-6 in the lofty position competitively. Correct, therefore. You're completely correct. It's here. I was honestly, genuinely, sincerely looking forward. My mic's gone wrong. Please tell me you're joking. Let's see. How's my mic gone wrong? Has my mic gone wrong? That was a big man done. Is that me sorted out now? Working a whole time. Fucking hell. That is mental. I'm actually just seeing. What the fuck is that? Excuse my French. Is it messed up? Is it messed up? I thought I'd fixed it. Hello, testing. Is it messed up? It doesn't seem to matter anyway. Because there is no update. I've done. Testing. I know why. Please, someone tell me if that's working. What have I done? What have I done? I am sorry, everyone. I have no idea what I've done to the microphone. What was that? Me back? What have I done? Oh, right. They're taking a piss. Yeah, I'm sorry if you can't hear me. No idea what. Apologies, everyone. I know I'm crackling up really bad. Listen, I'm going to go. I don't know how to resolve what I've just done wrong here, but maybe it's a blessing in disguise if you can't hear me. So as things stand, I think the game's going to be on. So I am going. I know it's breaking up. I know. Oh. Oh, they took the conference trophy with them to the States. There you go. A couple of hours ago, our sports took advantage of a break in the weather to pose with their flags and also the 2023 Europa Conference League trophy, which we brought with us to Florida. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Let me have a look and see pictures before we go. Let me see. Give me 2 seconds. This is right. This is literally 1 second ago, right? This game ain't going ahead, is it? Let me see. Yeah, so nothing's happened yet. The club aren't communicating well. I don't think so. For that reason, I am going to love and leave you. I was feeling motivated. I was feeling quite excited, but it's not happening. And if I am, what's this here? Could you imagine, Fo? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? The Anderson game is off. It's great that they are saying games off, but no one else is saying the bloody game is off yet, are they? It's so annoying. I feel like I've committed so much now. That's fun. Can someone tell me if my microphone's working? Is my microphone working? It is working. Do you really want to come on? Do you? I feel like you do want to come on. If you cut it, do a chinwag. If you come on, I'm not staying on for long. That's the truth. I can't because I'm actually done in now. Oh, there you go. People are going to get their wish. Their wish has come true. The game, Chad, nobody knows. Nobody knows when the game's going to start. There's been bad weather. Chad, have a look at this. This is all the pictures. I did have more. So the updates. Can't do anything else to tell you. They've said they're going to wait 20 minutes. Where have they said that, mate? Where are you seeing that? The rain has completely stopped. Where's the update? Good night, all. Can't take this slaughter. Trust me, I think you might want to stay. Breaking news, Cornet is offside. Oh, God. Where are you seeing these updates? Oh, where we are. Here we are. A little cheeky update to explain. I'm up in the press box, so I'm waiting updates from down in the tunnel area where the match organisers, both clubs and other stakeholders, are taking account of ever-changing situation. We've been told we'll receive another update in about 20 minutes' time. I've been told we'll receive one at 7:50, which never arrived. Anyway, updates as you can, but the weather's not improved, and there are now big puddles of water on the pitch again. So I am not. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm not. That means if they're gonna do an update, they said they should have had an update at 7:50. We've just had an update at 8:05, and they said they were going to get an update 20 minutes, which would take the game to 8:30 in the Eastern time in America. 8:30, I believe. Yeah, 20 minutes of 20 more minutes. So that would take it to. Oh, no, it's not even that. Times 1:15. Does that just come through now? Is that taking them so long to get that update through? I don't know. I think they've got probably a maximum time limit they can let the game go on. I sent you the weather on live replies. Oh, right, okay. Is that you on Twitter? Okay, I've got it now. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, mate. That's the update, as you can see on your screen. Thanks, George, for the update, mate. Just trying to see if there's anything else from anyone. Jacksonville. Upload some mugs. Remember those days? Remember those days? Right. Someone's posted on Twitter West Ham v Wolves highlights, and it's the Olympics 100-meter swimming. That's funny. That is funny. That is funny. I need to watch them, not too loud. No more updates from there. So for anyone that's just joined us, currently the game, West Ham game, is supposed to be getting played at midnight our time. It was delayed by half an hour. And then there has been further updates just saying absolute nonsense that what's happening, and the West Ham people that are updating us are none the wiser because they're nowhere near the tunnel. Now, I have said it, and you're on a 10-minute, you get a 10-minute limit because I'm knackered. But right, how do we stop sharing this? So this has been a while. It's been a while, and are you ready for the official reunion? You could call it. I don't think you need any further introduction. Maybe you do actually, because since he's gone, our subscribers have gone through the roof. None other than Stelios. Stel, how you doing, mate? Right, see you later. You can't control it. You can't control it.
I'm gonna have to apologise in advance because I'm a bit pissed.
That's why
I've been out. So I thought, you know what? I actually didn't know that the game was. As I was coming home, I saw that rain had stopped play, and I thought surely no one's doing a watch along, and lo and behold.
I had planned it with Mary, planned it with the kids. Well, the kids went to bed anyway, and I was like, I'm going to be knackered tomorrow. But the later it was going on, I was never going to do it anyway. Still, yes, that is still for people that are looking at the channel. Yes, that is Anton and Still. Still, how you doing, mate? I haven't seen you for a while.
Well, no, the last time I saw you was at the stadium, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
When you gate crashed my my post match video.
Yes. Yes.
And I didn't notice then that you had a man bun. What on earth is going on?
It's just don't remotely deny the fact that you are slightly jealous at the fact that I've got that.
I'm not remotely jealous, mate.
You are.
Because at least this is all my own hair. I think that yours is a bit questionable.
Well, of course it's my own hair. Look at the growth I've got. It's lovely.
Well, when you use what did you go over to Turkey to get that done?
I genuinely think I do it. If there's anyone that's went to bloody Turkey, look at your hair.
Hey, mate, you got to pay good money to have a hairstyle like this.
You did. You did with all your big bucks.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm well. Yeah, all good. All good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, it's been a while. It's very interesting, isn't it? Everyone's a bit like, ooh, it's Still and Anton.
Well, you know, I thought I'd save the 15 subscribers that you've got in order to sort of save the day, because you look like you were flagging. You look like you were sort of like struggling.
I was. Well, I didn't expect them to be a fucking delay in the game, to be honest with you.
Is it going to be played at all, or is it just?
I highly doubt it, because I'm looking at the weather predictions and they're saying They are saying basically, fuck it. Hold on a minute. Some movement on the ground staff brushing water off, and some fans returning to stands. They're going to do everything to try and play this tonight. This is a new pitch. It was laid last week. Oh, they're like on the pitch scrubbing it, scrubbing the pitch, trying to get the water off. So
it ain't gonna happen, mate. It ain't gonna happen.
I can't see it. They've got balls everywhere all over the pitch. I'm trying to get that picture up.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's state of the art pitch, so it should, if the surface is good enough, it should just be able to brush off. But it looks like more than just surface water. It looks like complete bog.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. It is. Hold on a second. Let me just have a look at this. What they're saying now. Fucking oh, the messages are coming through. It's quite funny. Right, Stel, let's just forget this game. What's been happening in the life of Stelios?
Just getting on with stuff and trying to, I haven't done a live show for quite a while, and I think I think it was when the season had ended. I kind of not deliberately, but just thought, take a bit of a rest. Doing pre-recorded has been good. But doing live shows, I'm quite grateful for the rest. But I'll be back on Monday doing one.
For anyone that doesn't know, Stelios has his own channel called The West Ham Voice. So Stelios used to be part of this group West Ham Network, but he left in a huff and created his own channel. And he's muted himself. He's back to his old days.
Have I? I haven't muted myself.
Why didn't you?
I can hear myself very well. Well, seeing as there's no game to talk about, should we talk about the transfer window that everyone's getting a little bit fed up by?
Yeah, go for it.
Are you getting that
7 minutes? You get 7 minutes.
7? Why? You were going to stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning, weren't you?
I'm only joking. Yes, go. Anyone's in the chat, go and subscribe to the West Ham Voice. Absolutely, Stell's channel.
Thank you.
Yes, I mean, listen, I think even though don't speak as much as we used to, I think you probably know the sort of person I am, West Ham fan I am, and I kind of know the West Ham fan you are. Oh my God, OneFootball have released him from prison. Yes, they have. They've released him from prison so much so that OneFootball hardly exists anymore. That's how much damage still done to them. Anyway, I want business done early. I've always wanted business done early. As a West Ham fan, it's for me, it's the best bit of business to do. And we've never really been doing it, and I'm glad we've done some business. And then looking at the squad tonight, and I know there's not a huge amount of players to come back, but there's not a huge change yet. There's not a huge change.
Got carried away. We got carried away with the whole Steiden, the Pearl Finder, and I'm sure you did, and I know I did. Researched his signings over the past 4 or 5 years at Werder Bremen and at Leverkusen, and I got quite excited thinking he was going to bring in about 3 random players that none of us had heard of that are going to hit the ground running. But it hasn't been. Maybe the Irving signing is that pearl find. Maybe for £1 million, he might actually turn out to be a cracking player. He's only 24, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, so many people underestimate any of these signings, but you only have to look at like Andy Robertson from Liverpool. Where they found him. I think at the time he was playing for a team in Scotland. I could be wrong. I just want to double check that. But I want to say it's Queen's Park in Scotland at the time. Let me just quickly confirm that because I don't want to be a fucking plonker with that. Let me see it here. All right, sorry, no, excuse me. So it's Queen's Park, Dundee United, Hull City, and then Liverpool. But really a kind of unheard of-ish fullback that's gone on to be one of the most successful fullbacks of Liverpool's lifetime. So I think sometimes when you can find diamonds, and I'm not saying he's going to be a diamond. What I will say is the way he took his goal, the way he stood up to the goal, the way his demeanor of his body carried that ball, like he looked like he knew exactly what he was doing and where he was putting that ball. So that's what kind of excites me. I looked at stats from the game. I seen the highlights, didn't watch the game live, but I heard some good reports from other people as well. So yeah, but I do want more. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking.
I'm not yet.
So far from panicking.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are talking about, they want to see a striker come in before we play Aston Villa. But
there has been an update, by the way. The game will kick off, but it's kicking off at 9:05 p.m., which means it's another 40 minutes. Another 40 minutes. So I'm not staying on till doing the thing. So the game will kick off at 9:05.
I think you owe it to your audience that you should stay on all the way through.
Oh God, I couldn't now. I could not now. Nah. At the times. Yeah, so what yeah, I'm the same as you. I'm not panicking yet. I do have faith in Tim Steidten. I do. I've got a bit of faith in him. I've got a lot of faith in him actually because of his track record so far. I think we as fans have probably jumped the gun on some of the players heading out the door. Possibly like Agerd might not be heading out the door. Agerd doesn't look so pissed off as what people thought he was. He looks quite happy.
Well, the irony, mate, is if we sold Agerd, Steidten would be going out looking for a player like Agerd.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because I think he could probably fit into Lopetegui's system. He's the sort of player that, good on the ball. And I know we haven't seen it much on at West Ham with Agerd, but maybe there is an element of truth that he wasn't happy under the Moyes system where we were constantly under pressure. And maybe under a Lopetegui type system, he might be much happier playing in that sort of setup. Much higher press.
Yeah, he's not a low block defender, and I think that was the thing that I wouldn't even say let him down. I think it let down a lot of the team. I mean, with the amount of goals we shipped last season, no matter who West Ham had on the team, I think anyone would have struggled, to be honest with you, let alone, Agerd, who's a forward-thinking defender. I still stand by it. I still think he's a top-class defender. I still think there's a real, genuine top-class defender in there. And I think Lopetegui, I'd be really surprised if Lopetegui's come in and gone, oh, he's not a good player. It's just whether or not Agerd wants to go. And from inside, depends on who you believe. They believe that he does want to go. But then again, when you see all the images and you see the videos, he looks extreme. I think you can kind of tell when a player just can't be fucked being there.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
that's
agreed.
Maybe he's just a model professional. I don't know.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm with you. I actually do think we're going to get players in. But I think if fans are thinking that we're going to get another 40-50 million pound player in this summer, I think they're going to be quite surprised. I don't think we'll be sort of going that far. But we'll see.
But I mentioned in the earlier on in this video that, and I've done a video a while ago talking about the Brighton model. So many West Ham fans have been talking a lot about the Brighton model.
Yeah.
About how David Weir sources the players. But when you look at the history of the amount of players they bring in, they tend to bring in a lot of players from some of the best leagues in the world at low values, so at low risks, with the aim of selling, breaking profits, and finding those diamonds in the rough. And they did that with the boy, what's his name, Casido, that went to Chelsea, obviously, and they found some really diamonds in that rough. And I think they went ahead and got the boy that we were after, the Ghanaian boy. Oh, what was his name?
Oh, the one that we were that Steidten wanted in January.
Yeah, he was not a Ghanaian international, but we were tracking him, and then Brighton came in and just got the deal done. And nobody expects him to hit the ground running. But the thing is, what they do is they buy those talents and they sustain their position in the league. and then they find the diamond, and then they progress them as much as they can. People want that model, and I used to be quite, and I am kind of not saying that a model is the best model to go around, because I would still want to be West Ham in comparison to Brighton. We won a cup, and all that sort of stuff. But I just think, like, why are we not going out and doing a bit more business, unless they genuinely have faith in some of the youth players that are there still, unless they've got faith in players like Cornet, who, unless his injury is really bad, he is not a shit player, because he wasn't shit at Lyon. He wasn't shit at Burnley. He wasn't shit in the start of his West Ham career. He just got a bad injury.
Yeah.
And then wasn't given a chance.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually, I think you're right. I think maybe a player like Cornet, I might be wrong. Ibrahim Osman, that's him. I might be wrong, but I think Cornet might end up surprising one or two people this season. And what you said about the youth players, we kept hearing under Moyes that they weren't given a chance. It's possible that we might see, like the whole issue at the moment with Orford, who's very highly thought of. And I did a show earlier this morning about my theory on what was going on with Orford. But maybe under Lopetegui, Orford might get a chance. Potts might get a chance. Earthy, who broke into the team at the end of last season, might continue to get a chance. There are maybe 2 or 3 young players that might get a chance, and maybe Lopetegui is saying, hang on a minute, let's see what happens here with the players I've got before I decide to move on. We know we need a striker. Definitely there. But any other positions aside, Lopetegui might be saying, well, let's just wait and see what these players are like, whether they can deliver before we go out and buy anybody else.
Yeah.
Apart from a striker, I think there are good options available to him in most positions. Right. No, I take that back. Right back and striker is what we need, without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, then let's get on to the striker then. John Duran, what's your thoughts?
Walk away. We've gotten to a point now where I know I read a couple of people saying on social media, we've got this far, there's no way we should be walking away. My feeling is that we've gone as far as we have. Of course you're going to start with a low, but I know a lot of people get upset going, oh, Sullivan's tight-fisted, he doesn't want to pay the money. Well, Sullivan does pay the money. He paid 40 million for Kilman, and he's proven, West Ham have proven in the past that they will pay big money for players. But let's be really honest. He's 20 years of age. He's scored 5 goals in the Premier League. Yes, he's a great potential, but why pay £40 million for a potential when you can actually go out and get someone else for less money who might be a bit more proven? I think at this point now, Villa, it's evident what Villa are doing. Villa need money because they want to keep within PSR. Otherwise, because they're spending big, and they've got to sell in order to balance the books by the end of the season. So they're doing that. And they also want to fund João Felix. They need that 40 million. And I think if we paid that much, to be honest with you, they're pulling our pants down. I think we could look at getting, probably for less money, and walk away. Because what will happen is someone needs to call someone's bluff. And I think at the moment Villa are calling our bluff. Because my understanding is we're near as damn it to the 40 million that they wanted. And now they're saying, no, we want more. We want 40 million plus add-ons. I don't know if that's true, but I think that came out this evening, that they now want 40 million plus they want add-ons on top. No way.
Walk away. So I've got my take on it is a couple of things. I suppose there's so many ways to look at it, but if all of that, then the way that's been dealt with is just, again, a disgrace from West Ham's negotiation team of whoever that is, to put a young player up and then to, again, I have to be wary because I'm only, I'm not an ITK. I just try and stay away from it. But you listen to all the stories, you try and weigh up what it is. And the rumor was that there was an offer put on the table for money plus Orford plus add-ons to get the player in. So obviously that makes me think that they really want Duran in the door. But then pulling away from the Orford thing just doesn't sit well with me. You can't, I mean, we all saw what Duran was doing last year. He never lit up the Premier League dramatically, but what he did do was highlight the fact that he can score good goals. And I remember he scores, most of his goals are actually good goals that he scores. But I know him more from his international career because I've got a Colombian friend, so I've supported them. And they are hot property in the world football. I think up until the final against Argentina, I think they were 25 or 6 games unbeaten. And the Colombians fucking love Duran and they rate him extremely highly. They really rate him highly. Like they think he's like what the next big thing to come. However, I have a history because I like Carlos Baca because he was Colombian and we didn't get him, and look what happened to him when he didn't come to us. So, but I do think there's a bit of a difference.
Would you go to 40 million plus add-ons?
Well, I wouldn't, but I'm just worried now that this is the world we live in. And I think that football has become a victim of its own situation, to be honest with you, because I went through all the Premier League clubs and looked who everyone signed this year, apart from Southampton and Ipswich. Most teams were averaging 3 or 4 players. No one has gone over the tops or over the top or whatever. So the situation for me is, if we want a Premier League striker who plays international football, successful at international level, and has scored a couple of goals in the Premier League, you're probably going to have to pay that money. So I don't know. The next player you look at is someone you don't hear of. So I don't know what West Ham's model is yet. I tell you what, when Lopetegui came in and started and they started signing a few players, I think if I saw a bit more momentum on the players they were signing, I would have seen their vision. But right now, I don't know what their vision is. I'm not complaining, but I thought I would have seen it by now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it goes back to what you said about, Steiden's history about getting players in, almost like the Brighton model. I guess that's what we were half expecting, and that's not materialized. So I'm with you. I don't know what the model is at the moment, or are we just going to get the players in that we need this season, and then the model starts thereafter? I don't know. Because there is a big squad change required. There is a massive squad change required. With the greatest of respect to Moyes, he kept going for the tried and trusted, but the older players. And we're now left with a situation where we've got players that aren't worth much money. We can't get rid of anyone, can't get rid of Ings, can't get rid of players who are on big money, etc. And maybe we're going to have to make do with a lot of the squad that we've got. If we get a striker in and a right back, it could be it. That could be our lot for this summer transfer window, because those are the 2 areas that we need most. And maybe if we end up paying 40 million for Duran, I don't think we're going to see much more business apart from a right back, and that'll be it. When we know we need a left-sided attacking player, we know we need another central midfielder, we know we need another centre back. But if we end up paying another 40 million for Duran, I think that'll be, apart from a right back, I think that'll be a lot. So it's a big choice to make.
At that point, though, I probably wouldn't be happy with our business in the summer.
You would?
On that basis. I wouldn't.
Right.
No.
Right.
No. And I'm not trying to say I want more. We've been there, done that, wore the t-shirt when we moved first season to the new stadium. We signed quantity over quality. But I think we've moved on from that. I think we can sign. And I'm not trying to blame Tim Steiden. I'm just like, I'm not blaming anyone. There's no one to blame yet. I'm just, if you are sending your scouts out around the world to do your job, then Surely by now you must have seen someone. Do you know what? Who are we to make this judgment? We're what? How many weeks away from? 3 weeks away from Premier League season starting? Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, yeah, I probably would want more players in the door. Actually, yeah, I do. I would want to see movement this week.
I would. I wanted to see movement in the week that's just gone. But then it does beg the question, if Steiden brought Max Hahn in, the data analyst, when was it? October, November, something like that of last year.
Yeah.
So you would imagine, kind of what you've just alluded to, you would imagine that Max Hahn has been doing his due diligence with data analysis and would have had a list of players ready to go for the transfer window to open when the transfer window opens. So I guess that's what I was kind of hoping for in a way. I was kind of hoping for West Ham United to go out. Maybe Steiden spent too long in Brazil trying to get Wesley and Guilherme over the line, and maybe lost a lot of time by doing that. I don't know, but it's evident that that's where their focus was. I think, you know what, there might still be half a chance getting Gasova in, left-sided attacking player, for about 17 million. But I'm kind of surprised that we don't have a list of players who have been identified by this data analysis for Steiden to go, right, I'm going to go and target these players. Because
See, I think they have though. Like, I don't doubt. I don't think we can sit here and think they've not got a list of players. I genuinely believe they have. But what I don't understand is well, I tell you what, I suppose it's the messaging. I think, I think Lopetegui wants players. I do. Why would he not? I can't see why anybody wouldn't want to come in here and go for it. But then equally, though, again, just to be real with the situation, and people are going to slag me off for saying this, but does Danny Ings work in a Lopetegui side? Is he? If we can't sell him, is he going to use him?
I think he's going to have no choice but to use him. And
is that really where we want to be?
No. Unless...
Sorry, I just want to bring this one up. I was a big Sammy Perkins fan, but I tell you what, though, Lawrence, a lot of players that have left West Ham, that has been proven to be probably the right decision. And Sammy Perkins is one of those ones. At the time, I was probably a little bit disgruntled as well, but he went to Leeds. He didn't hit the ground running. I think he's just gone on loan to Leyton Orient or signed. I don't know, something like that.
It's funny because I remember that time when Perkins was not signing a new deal. And I kept saying, I was waxing lyrical about Mabama and saying he's better than Perkins. But it's turned out that neither of them were kind of better than each other. I don't know. I know Mabama's been not only touted to a couple of championship clubs, but apparently he's being touted to a few clubs in Europe as well. So it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up.
So what's interesting about Mabama for me is I rated him quite highly, actually, to be honest with you. I really did. But Russ got the opportunity to go and watch the under-21s last season, every game, and very quickly went, something's not right with Mabama. Looked like he was shrugging his shoulders. Didn't have that spark. Looked like he was shrugging his shoulders and all that sort of stuff. I think one of the biggest issues that really hurt him was the fluctuation from jumping up and down from the senior to the 23s to the 18s, because he was used the season before everywhere. He was used everywhere. And then sometimes when he was called up to the senior team and he wasn't used, he would miss a game of playing with the 23s, then he would miss a game with the 18s, and he would have to go back into that. And I really don't think that helped him with momentum or consistency. But Russ was like, listen, very quickly last season, Russ was like, Mabama doesn't have a future at West Ham. So I was like, fair play to him. Just quickly, though, this is a little weather update someone sent to me. So this is currently the situation in Jacksonville. But anything you see with colour in it means rain, right? So that's what I've been told. The next picture, which is due at half-time of this game, is that one. That's apparently the picture.
It ain't going to be played.
But there are currently on the park. This is a live picture.
Oh, okay.
The stadium. The rain is still coming down. And West Ham have posted this picture of Fabianski clapping the fans as well. So... But I'm surprised you seeing that they're going to go ahead, but they might just think, let's give them some time. So this game is not a write-off. It's definitely going to go ahead. Yeah, so listen, I don't know what's going to happen. I feels a little bit like rinse and repeat with 3 weeks to go. A little bit.
It is beginning to feel like previous transfer windows, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, and now people are saying the common denominator is, of course, Sullivan.
But that's never gone away, and that's the frustrating thing. You know, no matter if it was Moyes in charge or Lopetegui in charge, when I used to say the world of the grass isn't always greener, I wasn't necessarily talking about David Moyes. My blame fell on one person's hands and one person's hands only, and that was David Sullivan, because I've never trusted the geezer. I never will trust the geezer. And I can't thank him. I don't really necessarily thank him for anything. My frustration with him is he is absolutely still dealing with deals. He's still dealing with them. We know he is. It's all written out there. It's blatant that he's dealing with them. I mean, I can't guarantee that, but I don't think anyone can, even if they think they know. But it just looks like it because,
you know, we keep hearing different things, don't we? Because we're now being told that Steiden is fully in charge of transfers, but I don't know to what extent that goes. So, from what I understand, Steiden has got a budget. He's been given a budget, and he's been told this is the budget that you've got to make work. You know, so, and if you want to add to it, we know that we've got to sell players now. I know Steiden said in the interview that he did with Lopetegui at the beginning of July, we don't need to sell our players in order to buy players. But I think he was alluding to we don't need to sell our big players like Bowen, Kudus, etc. And I believe that. And I know there's been talk about, you know, Liverpool coming in for Kudus because of John Heidegger going to as a coach there. And I just think that's a little bit whimsical.
He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
No, of course he's not. And but I do believe that we'll be selling, you know, our fringe players if we can. If we get an offer for Ings, mind you, we did get an offer for Ings and he didn't want to go. If we get an offer for a Gerd, he'll go. If we get an offer for Zuma, that'll be fortunate. He'll go. You know, but I don't think if we get an offer for Cornet, he'll go. Just like we got an offer for Downs, but I don't think we're going to be selling any of our big players in order to get other players in. But so Steinen's got a budget to work from, and I think he might be struggling. But that's why, Anton, why is he not using this data-driven analysis to go for, as you alluded to, a Brighton type approach? You know, going for the players that are not 15, 20, 25, 30 million pounds. He must have a list of players he must have a list of players that are 10 million, 12 million, 8 million, you know, who are the players who they believe with their data should be the next things that are coming through. That's why I'm a bit like you. I'm surprised. I'm pleased that we're going for a player like Duran, who's 20 years old, who's going to give us 5 years. He'll have a sell-on value, etc., but not for 40 million pounds. That's the problem I've got with it. You know,
but I mean, we did pay quite a bit of money for Guilherme.
25 million, 20 odd million plus add-ons, yeah.
And we had what's his name? I should know his name. The Brazilian correspondent on the channel. Can't remember his name. Tim Vickery. There you go. And he was very transparent. He was like, listen, as most of the clubs in Europe are doing, they're buying players on promise. The Brazilians know that you are buying a player on promise. He thinks he's a very good player, but he still hasn't set the world alight, and no real player has. But when you are a Brazilian playing in it's a competitive league as well, and you show signs of pace and blah blah blah. I'm not trying to say anything negative towards him because he needs a chance, but yeah, I just don't think we know what our vision is yet, because we've not saw enough even of pre-season to see what our vision is either, you know, and we're still waiting for Bowen, Paquetá, Areola to come back.
I think that's it. Yeah.
I think that, and then that's the full Bruno. But I do believe they'll sign more players, and I think there's maybe one or two players that could start. But again, let's just rewind slightly. Lopetegui wanted Antonio. Lopetegui wanted Cresswell. You know, I think that was quite clear. He wanted those two players in particular. I'm not saying I think Antonio is someone he wanted. But could we be starting again with Antonio up top?
Probably.
And Soufal as a right back and Souček in the middle of the park.
Probably, yeah. That's why I'm saying. I mean, he's got these two games coming up in America to see what they're like. He's got the game against Celta Vigo. I think he'll get a very good idea of whether they can play the system that he wants to play. He'll probably come away from America with a very good idea of who he needs to continue with and who he needs to replace. And it won't surprise me after the US tour that you might see one or two players up for sale. You know, he might decide, Lopetegui, that, I don't know, Souček might not be the right player for him. He might decide Ward-Prowse might not be the right player for him. You know, everyone's under scrutiny at the moment. And I think the next two games, especially with the teams that we're playing, two Premier League teams, he's going to get a really good idea whether he's got players available to him or whether he needs to move them on. These two games, they're not just friendlies. That for Lopetegui, it's a good opportunity to scrutinise what he's got available to him. But 100%, we'll see.
100%.
We'll see.
It's going to be an interesting couple of weeks. I think for me personally, next week I want get as much business done as we need to do, and then we just don't have to panic. Or we don't have to. It's not that we have to panic. We just don't have to enter the world of panic, of negotiations, because that's what can totally deprive what we're going to do. So I think we need to know roughly where we're going to be. And let's be honest, we're in America, right? So if we're leaving it down to Tim Steiden, I'm assuming we'll probably find out over the next day or so if Tim's actually travelled to the States. But I'm assuming he's not. No, I would make that assumption. He is there.
Yeah. There was a photo of him yesterday in the yesterday, that he is over there,
right?
You know, so he's clearly not working on. Mind you, he's got his scouting network.
And equally though, if you are in the States, you're only a hop, skip, and a jump away from Brazil. So so he's halfway there. He might be.
He'll go over to Brazil to finalise the transfer of
Gustavo.
He'll go over to Brazil to finalise the transfer of Paquetá to Flamengo, and then he'll come back. I'm kidding. God. I'm kidding.
No, I know. But honestly, I still genuinely that one's an interesting one. That's an interesting one because there could be a mindset of West Ham to go. It's not our problem just now. I think I'm hoping it won't be a problem anyway. I think this is going to grow arms and legs and many arms and legs. Who was doing the Duran business? Sully. No wonder it fucked up. Again, no happy. I don't think we really know. Do you know what? A good example of the world of West Ham is probably this week when you look at the Missouri and the Wan-Bissaka story. It's went from.
I'm really pleased we didn't sign the Bayern Munich right back. Have you seen his injury record?
No, I haven't.
Well, let me give you a hint. Last season, he missed 19 games. And in the last 4 years, he missed 80 games.
Do you know what?
I
seen a comment about that, and someone was saying it's like Zuma 2.0. I think I did read that.
Yeah, I've got absolutely no doubt. I mean, he's gone. You know, big teams are after him. You know, you can't be shit if Bayern Munich have bought you, and you can't be shit if other clubs like Man United, etc., want you. And I have absolutely no doubt that when he's fit, he's a great player. He's a great right back. But do you really want a player that on average has missed half a season each season for the last 4 seasons? You know, if it was injuries of like years before and then last season he missed 1 or 2 games, I'd go, yeah, all right, no problem. But he missed 19 games last season. And Mr. Wan-Bissaka, I'm afraid, is not much better on the injury front because he missed a big chunk of last season to injuries and also previous seasons as well.
But using those two players as an example, though, is an example of West Ham's knowledge of transfers. Missouri coming, then he's not coming. Wan-Bissaka's back on, then he's not. Then Man United want Missouri because then they can get him, they can sell us Wan-Bissaka. And this week has been a total merry-go-round of the fullback position at West Ham. West Ham game changed him, delayed to postponed.
I'm going to be honest with you. I actually don't believe we're after Wan-Bissaka. You know, I think we did make an offer for whatever his name, Mazrai, Missouri, whatever. I think we made an offer for him, but I'm not so sure we're really after. I don't know what's happened. I don't know why we're not going for Carl Walker-Peters. I don't know what's going on there. You know, do they think he's not good enough? I think he's a decent right back.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but equally though, you think if the world of negotiations had been opened up, that was due to the Flynn Downs situation. But
we thought it happened at the same time.
Yeah. Obviously, something's not happened there. No, I don't think the game has been postponed. Who wrote that? Thunder Lips. It looks like it's still on as things stand. But on that note, still, let's see here. Live stream still available. For the next, thank you for your incredible patience. Well, listen, if you are thinking of getting a refund from West Ham because you need to go to bed, good luck with that one, because you ain't going to get a refund from West Ham. The amount of times I've paid them bloody money and their streams being so shit, and I've complained and I got nothing back from it. So if you are going to stay up, I would stay up. Still, mate, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise.
Is it only because you're full of alcohol that you're on?
Well, I did come home a little bit drunk.
Oh, do you hear what he said? He came home. There you go. Look, he came home.
Not this home.
So if you haven't already, go check out the West Ham Voice Stell's solo channel with his minions, with his many minions. Right, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm not going to stay on and do the stream because if I do, I will be absolutely fucked in the morning, and we've got 3 kids, and that's just not happening. Thunderlips, the game has not changed to postponed, by the way. It's still delayed, so don't worry about that. Still, anything you want to say?
No, just good to see you, and chat soon.
Yep. Take it easy, everyone.
All right, mate. See you later.